Marketing is the connective tissue inside of a company. There's no doubt about that, right? I guess probably one of the biggest first insights here, right, is that we really have to think about how we play that role, right? Because nobody else is going to step up and play that role. And it's never defined. You never take on a new role as the head of marketing, VP, CMO, right? And nobody's ever there telling you, okay, you are the connective tissue, right? You're going to make sure that everybody kind of knows we're all aligned on the right insights and the right ICP and things like that. But if you could start us off here, what is in your mind hypergrowth in today's market? How do you think about that? You're doing it now in your own companies. You're helping these startup companies. You've done it many times over. How do you think about, like, when you take on a new role, how am I going to help accelerate hypergrowth?
I think whether it's growth, hypergrowth, how do you grow a business? Marketing is about serving the business, is the way I look at it. My biggest reward is if I actually serve the business with my team and we deliver on our objectives. That's the first mindset you need to have. And then to do that, there's a set of tools, strategies, assessments. You want to do diagnostics, you first want to do and say, okay, I'm going to go and dig in. I need to understand, because if I don't understand, I'm not going to fix it or I'm not going to make it grow, right? You need to be super clear about what you have, where your opportunities are, where your challenges are, so that you can then really put in the strategies in place and then the tactics. And let's not forget the team. And I think one of the things, you're right, it's really changed. I think marketing is probably one of the roles that has evolved the most in the C-suite over the last 10 years. We went from early on product, yes, brand, yes, but then you walked into growth and all that digital and acquisition. The CMO was almost expected to be an expert in that. And then 2022 hit, right? Where the funds kind of died a little bit in many areas. People started to think of profitability and being a lot more cautious. We know it's hurt the tech industry quite a lot because that was their way of functioning. And so you really need to start thinking of, where am I going to spend money? My budget doesn't look like what it used to look like and will not look like what it used to look like, perhaps. So where am I going to invest? And I think the trick really lies in balancing long-term with short-term. You can't just think short-term anymore. You've got to think of, how am I going to build something that's going to last? It'll help me push through the difficult times that may come up or that we are in today, right? And so you look at everything. You look at your tools. Do I need all the tools? Do I have the right strategies? Am I in the right place? Do I have the right teams? Do I need them all in-house, or can I outsource expertise? Because it's one of the things about marketing as well, is every piece of marketing has gotten bigger and you need expertise everywhere. And there's no way a CMO is going to be that one expert everywhere. And there's probably limited chance that you're going to be able to have in-house experts on every single item. So where do I bring in freelancers? Where do I bring in an agency? Because it's punctual, because I just need to get started, because I need that expertise. So it's all about being more careful about where to spend and keeping a bit of that eye on profitability of the business. Remember, you're a CMO, you're on the C-suite. You're responsible for company profitability as well. That's something that's changed a little bit over the last couple of years, and the current environment that we operate in. Do I need to do all these big, massive events? Do I need to spend all that paid acquisition? How can I build a brand with other means? How do I show up as being? And we'll talk about it. I think content's a big piece there. How do I even leverage what I've already done in my accounts? I've got accounts. How do I grow them? How do I expand them? I have a foot in the door, but I'm probably not deployed everywhere. So how do I keep doing that? So there's so many things you need to look at when you're thinking of growth in the environment that we're in today, and we don't know how it's going to last.